Trump accuses Russia, China and North Korea of conspiring against US. Zelenskyy prepares new talks with Europe, US and allies after night of massive Russian attack. And how Merz proposes strategy to exhaust Russia's economy. The latest news next. President Donald Trump accused Russia, China and North Korea of planning a conspiracy against the United States, according to his post on the social network Truth Social. The US president commented on the military parade that took place in Beijing on September 2nd. In the context of this event, Trump asked if the president of China will mention in his speech the help the United States provided during World War II. The US president also added another question.
Whether or not President Xi of China will mention the massive amount of support and blood that the United States of America gave to China in order to help it to secure its freedom from a very unfriendly foreign invader?
Furthermore, Trump expressed a hope that the fallen Americans are rightfully honored and remembered for their bravery and sacrifice. May President Xi and the wonderful people of China have a great and lasting day of celebration. Please give my warmest regards to Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un as you conspire against the United States of America, the US leader emphasized. Once again, Donald Trump provides incapable of true leadership, while Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un ride together, shake hands, and parade their alliance as a direct challenge to the West. Trump responds with nothing but words on social media. Instead of taking bold action, he politely wishes dictators a lasting day of celebration and sends warm regards to the very men who openly conspire against the United States. This is more than weakness, it is a public humiliation. The dictators mock him, staging their unity as a show of defiance, while Trump looks powerless, sidelined and irrelevant. He is not shaping history, he is watching it unfold without him. For America's enemies, this is proof that under Trump, the US can be ignored, ridiculed and bypassed. The message to the world could not be clearer, as long as Trump hesitates, America's rivals grow bolder. The longer he hides behind posts and words, the more dangerous the balance of power becomes. His inaction is not just embarrassing, it is a gift to those who seek to weaken the West. At a military parade in Beijing, the Chinese army demonstrated its latest weapons and equipment, in particular nuclear missiles, fighter jets, various types of drones, and much more were presented, according to the South China Morning Post. Nuclear missiles. The first air-based JL-1 nuclear missile was presented on the roof of a military truck. This model is significantly smaller than the JL-3 submarine-based intercontinental ballistic missile, which was also presented at the exhibition. These two missiles, along with the DF-61 and DF-31, are part of China's strategic nuclear arsenal. The DF-5C missile can carry up to 10 independently targeted warheads. It was designed to destroy enemy military bases and critical infrastructure, underground facilities and missile silos. This model is capable of covering the entire globe. Anti-ship ballistic missiles. Among the many ballistic missile options, the DF-26D model was presented, a variant of the DF-26 medium-range missile. It can carry both nuclear and conventional warheads with a range of up to 5,000 kilometers. It is called the Guam Killer because the DF-26D can be used to strike US military bases in Guam, which could play a key role in a conflict in the Taiwan Strait. The DF-26D is considered an anti-ship ballistic missile, possibly designed to strike US naval targets in the Western Pacific. Aircraft. 4 types of carrier-based aircraft were presented at the demonstration, including the J-35 and J-15T. For example, the J-35 is the latest deck-based stealth fighter, which is a landmark piece of technology for long-range and close-range maritime defense. Chinese strategic bombers can now deliver more strikes thanks to the ability to refuel YY-20 H and AK aircraft in the air. Bombers were also presented, including the H-6J model, designed to replace the older H-6J model. The H-6J has a new airframe with upgraded engines and avionics and is armed with YJ 12 supersonic anti-ship cruise missiles. Unmanned aerial vehicles. At the parade, China also presented unmanned combat aircraft and unmanned ship-based helicopters equipped with artificial intelligence, reconnaissance and strike integrated unmanned aerial vehicles and underwater vehicles were also presented. These systems can carry out covert strikes, cover a wide area and form autonomous swarms. Unmanned surface vessels and unmanned mining systems were also shown at the parade. Air defense systems. Among the many air defense systems presented, it is worth mentioning the HQ-22A model. This is a variant of the HQ-22 medium and long-range air defense systems. It has an operational range of up to 170 kilometers, 105 miles, and can engage a variety of air targets, including aircraft, missiles, and drones. This system is believed to have improved electronic countermeasures and enhanced targets engagement capabilities. Also on display at the exhibition is the HQ-19, a variant of the HQ-9 system, which is an anti-ballistic missile and anti-satellite system. Compared to the American THAAD, Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System, the HQ-19 is designed to intercept medium-range ballistic missiles in the mid and terminal phases of flight. The missile uses a kinetic warhead for interception with a kill-destroy target at an altitude of up to 200 kilometers, making it a key part of China's strategic defense. MLRS systems, the PHL-16 multiple launch rocket system, the so-called Chinese version of the highly mobile artillery and missile system HIMARS, was also presented. The PHL-16 is believed to play a significant role in potential contingencies in the Taiwan Strait due to its long-range strike capabilities. Tanks. The Type 99B main battle tank was also shown at the parade. It's the latest version of China's third-generation Type 99 series tanks. It weighs 55 tons and uses 125mm caliber guns. The tank has active protection systems, including a defensive laser for targeting both ground vehicles and helicopters. The President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelenskyy, announced a number of international meetings that should strengthen the state's defense capability and increase pressure on the Russian Federation, according to the telegram of the head of state.
During the night, in different regions of our country, dozens of residential buildings were damaged. Firefighting continues. These are demonstrative Russian strikes. Putin is showing his impunity, and this definitely requires a reaction from the world. Only because of the lack of sufficient pressure, primarily on the economy of war, does the Russian Federation continue this aggression.
He also added that it is precisely the necessity of strong measures of pressure that will be discussed with partners these days.
Already in a few hours, Denmark, the Ukraine, Northern European and Baltic States Summit, we are preparing tangible reinforcement for Ukraine. This evening, a bilateral format in France, coordinating our efforts. We are also preparing the format of a coalition of the willing and new steps in relations with the European Union and the United States.
Strike of the Russian Federation on Ukraine on September 3rd. This night, September 3rd, the Russians carried out another combined attack against Ukraine, using cruise missiles from strategic aviation aircraft, calibers and strike drones. Some regions suffered strikes. Those in Khmelnytsky, because of the attack, houses and educational institution, communal infrastructure and others were damaged. There are also problems with the electricity supply and public transport. In total, on this night, the Russians launched against Ukraine 502 drones and 24 missiles. Air defense destroyed or suppressed 451 aerial targets. Russia must be deprived of the ability to sustain its military economy. This can be achieved through sanctions, says German Chancellor Friedrich Merz in an interview with Sat1 as NTV reports.
We have to create the foundation. Militarily, it will be difficult, but economically, it can be done.
According to the German Chancellor, it is necessary to ensure that Russia can no longer support its military economy.
In this context, I'm talking about economic exhaustion, which we must help bring about.
According to the German Chancellor, this can be achieved, for example, through tariffs on those who still trade with Russia. Since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Europe has imposed 18 sanction packages which have sharply reduced German imports from Russia, including a halt to hydrocarbon purchases. Germany's trade with Russia has fallen by more than 80%. Earlier, Chancellor Merz also called Putin a war criminal. He is possibly the most serious war criminal of our time, which we are now witnessing on a large scale, Merz said. According to the German Chancellor, Putin sees no reason to pursue a ceasefire or peace agreement with Ukraine. Quote, "I have no reason to believe Putin on any point," Merz added. That's all for today. Thanks for watching this video. Support Ukraine, like and subscribe.